love, Cynd out here coming at you with another video. So in this video we are going to be doing silk fusion therapy with a little twist. So same thing as always, I'm going to start by saturating her hair with silk fusion therapy. I'm using like 2 to 3 sprays on each section, and I am combing through all the way. I am starting at her ends and going all the way up to her roots. Please don't do it in the opposite way because it won't feel great for your client. Yeah, so that's all you're gonna see me do right now. And if you guys don't already know, obviously you kind of should, because everybody got a mama. Mother's Day is coming up really fast, and in light of Mother's Day, we are going to have a 35% off sale on the entire store. So you're just going to go ahead and put in the code that I just displayed there, which is Mother's Day 18. I'll leave that code in the description box below as well. So you'll just be able to go on there and shop, girl, on the whole website, girl. So that's pretty much it, and I'll remind you guys about the sale at the end of this video. But let's talk about this hair. So her hair is actually not in bad condition at all, but what I mean by something different we're gonna do in this video is a V-cut. Now it's really funny because I'm from Michigan, and most people that I know from like Michigan, California, even like, I don't know, Ohio, Chicago, places like that know about the V-cut. But out here in Vegas, a lot of hairstylists think that that means your hair is uneven and they cut the V. So that's what my client here went through. Somebody saw her hair, and a previous stylist, A, didn't do a great job maintaining the integrity of it, and then B, didn't understand what the V-cut was, and her V was like perfect. She said, I never saw it because this was before me, but her V was like perfect, but the hairstylist ended up cutting the entire V off. So we are in the process of getting the last bit of damage off of her hair and giving her her V back. Because like I told you guys in previous videos, we only cut what my client is comfortable cutting, and we just slowly have been nursing her hair back to health. But in this video, we are finally at a length where it's enough hair to create her V again and to start her V again. And once again, in this video, this is not going to be an aggressive haircut that you guys are going to see in this video. Mainly, you'll just be seeing me create the V. This is one of my clients that I did not want to rush it with at all and do a really big chop. That's not the road that we went down. So you will see that there is a little bit of damage that still remains. However, we are getting the majority, if not all of it, off. You guys will see. I think it looks great. You make sure you let me know in the comments what you think about the amount of damage. I think it looks great, but we haven't got there yet, girl. But we're gonna get there, girl. So yeah, girl. Okay, so we have reached the end of the blow drying process, and my client is going to go under the dryer for about 10 minutes just to ensure that her scalp is dry all the way, because that's not cute, girl. Like if your scalp's still wet, girl. So yeah, and after that, after my client's hair is 100% dry, then I make sure that every time I apply heat to my client's hair at all, I use Silk Fusion polish. And you already know it's a built-in shine spray and heat protected at the same time. So we had a little section that was still a little damp right there, so that's why I just took out the round brush really quick. But yeah, this part is pretty self-explanatory. You guys know that I spray Silk Fusion polish on each section of hair one time right before I flat iron, and then yeah, so that is pretty much it. You guys keep watching and I'll be back. Okay, love, so we are back, and really quick because I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions about this. The amazing beat that you just heard was from a production company by the name of Soul Depot Productions, and when I tell you their beats are amazing, you need to check them out. I'm going to leave all of their information in the description box below, and you make sure you check them out, because when I tell you they are amazing, that is exactly what I mean. So let's get started. We are going to go ahead and start the V shape. Now, the key to making the perfect V shape is very simple. Take your time. You have to take your time during the cutting process, especially when it comes to shaping the actual V, because you have to think about a V. So we're going to go cylinder on the sides, and then the closer we get to the back, the longer the hair will be. So as you guys know, I always start off with taking a little bit, because it's a lot easier to go ahead and go back and take off more than it is for you to pick the hair that you just dropped all over the floor up and put the little particles back on. That's not cute. So you might want to take your time. So what you guys are going to see me do, I am starting here on the right hand side, and now I am moving over to the left, and I'm going to do the same thing. Now the cutting the V is a little bit different than creating a regular guide. I'm creating a guide that I'm not really able to physically touch. So creating a V is all about the symmetry, and you really have to pay attention and use your eyeballs, girl. So now I'm going to start from the bottom of the guide that I created on the right hand side, and I'm going to go up in the opposite direction. I'm sorry. So when I was on the right hand side, remember I started closer to her face, but when I get to the left hand side, I'm not going to start close to her face. It's going to be the exact opposite. I'm going to start from the bottom of the V that I just created, or the straight line that I just created on the right hand side. That is how you do the guide. Normally when you do a guide, you hold it in the back, and the guide is you holding it in the back, and then you can see it side by side and just cut straight across. Well, cutting a V the right way is not like that. So as you can see, the left hand side is looking a lot more defined right now than the right hand side does, because the first step is creating the guide. So now the guide is created, and now you start the actual precise cut on the left, and then you're going to take it from the left and come back around to the right hand side. So as you can see, I'm slitting the hair down the middle. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. I'm slitting her hair down the middle in the back, and that is how you're going to make that point. That's how you're going to make it come at a point in the back. And I need you to notice that as I am cutting her hair, I'm holding my fingers at a slant. So we're not cutting straight across. And I don't have a problem with anybody cutting hair with clippers or anything like that. But when you give somebody a haircut, it is a very big difference from cutting their hair in a shape. When you use clippers to do a haircut, you're cutting their hair in a shape. You're not giving them an actual haircut, because there's no symmetry unless you have taken classes on how to use clippers properly. If you're cutting hair all at one angle with no elevation or no symmetry, no angles or anything, it's just random, and when the wind blows, your hair's still gonna be sleek, and that's not cute. So that's what I mean. You have to understand the curvature of your client's head. So like I said, we are constantly holding our hands at an angle, and I'm just gonna keep following it around on both sides until it creates the shape that I want. And as you can see, the more I hold my hands at a slant, the sharper my lines are. And remember, I told you guys at the beginning that we are repairing her hair from a previous hairstylist. And normally right there in the bag, you would say, oh, cut that off. But no, our point is to start her over with a V, and it would have been, I'm sorry, very hard for me to start her hair over and be able to accomplish this V if I would have cut her hair all off in a blunt shape, if you will. So that's why I always tell you guys, I'm not just cutting my client's hair to cut their hair. If we cut a drastic amount off, is because we have already talked about it. So my clients will all tell you that if I have the choice, I'm like, no, let's save as much as we can. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope that I explained it enough. You know, I've never talked this much during the video, but I feel like with the V, you wouldn't understand it as much if I didn't talk you through it, if you're just looking, because it'd be like, okay, well, why is she moving that slow? Why is she doing that? So I just wanted to talk you through the entire video so you'll know exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. So as you can see, her hair is in the perfect V. And so now what I'm going to do is just give her a trim. And as you can see, I'm not even cutting until the hair at the bottom drops off. And you have to be very, very cautious of that. You want to pull your client's hair up at almost 100 and like straight up, like 180, girl, straight line. You want to pull it all the way up, because if you do not pull your client's hair all the way up, everything that you just did creating that V, you did for absolutely no reason at all. Yeah, so you know how this goes. I'm just bending her hair under a little bit because she didn't want it bone straight. I'm going to add Silk Fusion Nectar silk nectar. I'm talking too much, Lord Jesus. I'm adding silk nectar to her hair. She's gonna go under a hooded dryer for 20 minutes. Now we are unwrapping her, and that's it. You know what I do. I'm just gonna play in her hair again. And remember, I told you that this amazing beat that you've been listening to, that you will be hearing a lot more of, is from Soul Depot Productions. And yes, you guys, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Share this video, and make sure, if you are not doing so already, you are following me on Instagram and on Twitter and on Pinterest and everywhere, girl. Yes, girl. See you later, girl. Bye, girl.